Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to get into my Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner and do my sinking funds. I had several transactions in the month of October, and I want to make sure when I reconcile those and move them over into November, the new balances are accurate. I've already done pretty much the math. We're just setting up the sinking funds for November. And as I go through the budget, today is November 1st, I'm going to show, if you want to continue past sinking funds, all the money moves I made this morning. The first of the month is always busy, so I thought I could show you that too in the last half of this video. So if you want to see that, stick around. Okay, I am back. So I have my sinking funds ready. Now, as you see me on screen, my headshot, you will also notice I'll be looking down a lot so I can film with my other camera. So I have a lot going on here on this desk, but I kind of wanted to show my face more and kind of show what I do and how I do it. Hopefully this inspires you, and hopefully this helps you stay on track for your budget. And if you have never done sinking funds before, this is a good opportunity to learn and find what sinking funds are for and how I use them, and then how you can create them for yourself and use them for your personal needs. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what happened. So I had 4 transactions that came out of my sinking funds in the month of October. One I wasn't expecting, or a few of them I wasn't expecting. One was Orkin. We had wasps in our fireplace that got in the house a little bit. Our fireplace used to be a wood burning fireplace. Now it is it has an insert for a propane, and there's a propane tank outside the house, and that is how the fireplace is fueled, and which I absolutely love. But there were some openings in some of the siding on the side of the house that wasps decided to build a nest in. So we were trying to figure out how to get rid of them, and Orkin is who I use. Called them out. They took care of what they could, explained to me how things were going. So now we have to start looking into, over the next couple months, somebody patching up those holes in the siding so the wasp won't build a nest in there again and get into my house, because they were creeping and crawling, getting in somehow. So I'm sorry about that. My camera battery died. I thought it was full. Apparently not. Happens to the best of YouTubers. They probably can edit it better than I can. So sinking funds, as I was speaking about Orkin, yeah, we're just going to have to do some more maintenance around the house and plan for that for the future in November to keep those wasps out. But the treatment's been made. I have 30 days to call them back if they're still there and active, and they can treat it again under the purchase that I made. So that was $2.99. And then I had here the Christmas fund. So I had money go in, I had money come out. I bought some decor from not Home Depot, Lowe's. And when I bought the Lowe's decor, I decided to go ahead and take that out of the Christmas fund, sinking fund. Now, Christmas fund can mean different things to different people. Typically in here, I have annual expenses and then the activities or things I know that are going to happen. I just don't know when, just like the Orkin and stuff like that, or Christmas fund. I don't know when I'm actually going to spend in it. I just know I will spend in it. And it doesn't necessarily mean this is the money I buy all my Christmas gifts from. A lot of times I just take it out of the budget because we have enough room to do that. I also like to pay for decor for Christmas, or activities that we're going to do, things like that out of this fund. It's just a place to put a little bit of money aside and take care of those things. A lot of people do use this to save up for Christmas, for spending Christmas gifts. Black Friday sales, and shop all the sales and the deals that happen during that time of year. That's where most people do it, but for me, it's just floating there until I decide to use it. And I don't really worry about Christmas gifts a lot of times because my family is so amazing. They like to give, and we pool our money together, and so much goes to each of our adult sons now, and who live at home with us. They are autistic, so that's the reason why they do that. And then for me and my husband, and we all just share the love back and forth. So, we just kind of pull it all together, buy what we want, and then they get to open it on Christmas. So that's kind of the way we do things. So I did buy some Christmas decor. It's funny now that I'm in a home that I know we're not moving from, that is our forever home. We are hesitant to call it our forever home, but I love calling it our forever home. We're getting in that comfortable space to do that, and so I've been shopping quite a bit. I've given myself permission to decorate and have fun and things like that. But I am trying to rein it in for the month of November, even though it's Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all the sales. So we'll see what happens. But definitely by the first of the year, I need to pull things back. That's for sure. Epidemic Sound came out. That's the music you hear when I have my intros and outros and in between sometimes. I love their music, and this helps me with my YouTube channel, so I love that. And then Skillshare I took out completely because I did not renew my subscription. It's a good thing. It just didn't have enough for what I was looking for, and I wasn't going back to it. So until I actually go back to it and make sure, I'm looking up for my camera. I have a viewfinder here, I have a viewfinder here, so sorry if I'm distracted. But Epidemic Sound or Skillshare, it is great, especially for creatives and learning different things in business, startup businesses and stuff. But I just did not find enough myself coming back to have the value to spend the money. So I closed it out and put that in my Christmas fund. So that was all the money moves just in my sinking funds alone. Let's get the totals into the screen here. And so I ended the month with $2,556.29. So now I'm going to go to my November budget, and I'm going to go to my sinking funds page. So over here, and I need this little sticky off to the side because it has the dividends for this month put in. So let me zoom out. Okay, here's my sinking funds. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to transfer those balances from October. Let's see, that I had written on this page. These ending balances, those are my new beginning balances for the month of November. Tongue-tied. So for the month of November, and that will be my beginning right here. So I'm going to write these in real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. So I have all my, sorry I was off screen there. I have all my sinking funds, the ending balance for October to the beginning balance of November. And over here, I'm going to put what I'm going to put in my savings account that is tied with these. So all of these balances here, when you total them up, that is what is in my savings account. I don't separate these in separate accounts. Some people do, and it works for them. And I think that's really good, because if it works, I want you to do it. If it helps you maintain and maintenance what you need financially, that's what you should do. Let me pull the balance of last month. 2,55629. 2,55629. And the reason I know this number is accurate is because I've checked it with my bank account before the new month started. This is to the penny what the bank account has, so that means I did all the correct math here in order to make sure that you, or make sure that I have what I need. So I'm gonna make an adjustment here, a little bit better. Okay. So now that I have all that down, I'm going to put my total of what I want to deposit. Now, what I deposit, I usually deposit with Paycheck 3 or the last paycheck of the month. And that way, it's the most, It's the Paycheck I have the most disposable income to make a savings deposit in order to put money in for these annual expenses or things that happen randomly. So if you've looked, I've got Amazon Prime here. So I just pay it once a year. I think it's a little cheaper. I don't know. You would have to research that for yourself. I know a few years ago when I started it, it was like a few dollars cheaper. So I'll do a sinking fund, and it comes out automatically once a year. And then I just save it up all year. When it comes out, I just move it from my savings to my checking, which is what I did with all those transactions back in October. All these transactions were in my savings account for sinking funds. And then I took those I moved over $2.99 into my checking once I saw that they paid, there was a post being paid. Or I move it over right before they take the money out and the money's already sitting into the checking account. I moved over this $249.31 and I paid onto my credit card where I made the purchase for the Lowe's purchase for the Christmas decor. Epidemic Sound came out on my credit card. I paid my credit card in this amount. Skillshare, that was just moving money from here to here. It really didn't move. It just moved on paper, not in my account, because in my account, it didn't need to move. It's one account. It's one bucket. Everything goes in, and I divide it out on paper. I'm not a cash person, so I don't enjoy that. I don't like it, so I don't do it. So Amazon Prime, every month I put $12 away. And then, let's see, because Amazon Prime is $139. Let's see what the math is on that. 139 divided by 12. It's 11 months, 11 and a half months. Yeah, so it's a little more, 12 times 12. Yeah, that's a little high for what I need. I probably only need 140 divided by 12. And I may be putting too much in. Nah, that's not going to work. I'll figure it out later. But right now I'm just doing $12, and then when it hits its max, then that's fine. If it's a little bit over, I don't mind, because it cushions the account and gives a little extra, just like the dividends give a little extra. There's dividends attached to the account because it's a credit union, and so they give dividends. Disney Plus, which is about to come out this month, I think on the 21st. So when I go do my sinking funds deposit, the Disney Plus will be coming out at the same time. So, and you will see that at the beginning of next month when I do sinking funds. My plan is to do it only once a month, and I'll just show you the setup, and then when I'm ready to balance everything forward, I'll show you the end of one and the beginning of another. So Disney Plus, I put $6.67, which is a little more than what I need for $79 or $79.99. It's almost $80. ESPN Plus, I'm doing $10. I delayed starting this. It's $99.99 a year, so it's $100. That penny will just kind of stay floating in here. I paid $100 or the $99.99 for an entire year, and then when the subscription goes up, and my husband, if he wants it again, more than likely he will, because he's able to see all his UK games, and he's very excited about that. We live near the University of Kentucky in Kentucky, so and he's been overseas for 26 years for most of the games, so he's just like, I want to watch UK. I don't care if it's football, basketball, it can be tennis, I just want to watch it. I'm like, okay, so that's why we have it. And a lot of their games are only broadcast on ESPN Plus. Apple subscription, that'll come out in December. That is, I'm trying to find my notes here, $5.87. Get my notes a little bit closer to me. So that'll be good. That comes out like in December at the very end of the year. It's a subscription to Microsoft for my laptop, and so that I can run like Excel and Word and things like that on here, as well as PowerPoint and all the others, but Excel and Word are the two I use the most. Orkin, $57. And then heating and AC, we used to, in Virginia, have a heating and AC contract. And they would come out and service and take care of things. Here, it's not as, I don't know, it's not recommended as much as here. And I had a guy come out when we first moved into our new house, and he said, I mean, this house has been amazing, and it's well built and highly well maintained. And because it's maintained so well, there's not a lot. I mean, there's a few things to do, but not a lot. And so he's like, your heating and AC, you don't have to worry about for years to come. Just keep changing the filter, keep an eye on it, and if you have questions or anything, or if you see an issue, just let us know. But you shouldn't need maintenance. It should be fine. I said, okay. And I'm glad I had the contract in Virginia, because in Virginia, that unit was a lot older, and even though it didn't need maintenance a lot, it definitely needed the upkeep, and we made sure it was kept up pretty well. So I think I might cap this off at $200. And once I hit $200 for this fund, and I'll have to talk to my husband about it. Then I will go ahead and stop funding it for a while and let it sit there. That's about it. So, City of Chesapeake, we did live in Chesapeake, Virginia, and there are vehicle property taxes. We don't know what that's going to look like since we moved in August for the City of Chesapeake, because every June is when we pay it and what we would owe. So this is twofold: a buffer in this account and prepared for any taxes or things we might need to pay in the future for the City of Chesapeake. So I'm just keeping it the same at $57 until all that's taken care of, and then I will probably take it out of the sinking funds and look and see if anything needs to be done for my local community. We don't have that here. And if we do, it's not as high as it is in Chesapeake, Virginia. My husband set things up for the vehicles when we got here. So I don't know if he did a property vehicle tax and it's just once, and I just wait until next year and see what it is. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll just leave the money there and figure it out as it happens. Cell phone tech, there's $100 I put in there. Anything cell phone, like you're buying a new cell phone or tech related, this is what that is for. And this one's been building up. That makes it $800. So we will probably use this towards my son's phone. We do not, we don't lease our phones, if that makes any sense. Now we'll lease them if it makes it easier for what we want, and then pay it off, online or something like that. I've done that last time I did that. But my son has a he has the iPhone 10, and his battery capacity has dropped drastically, and I think it's just time for an upgrade. He's just used it quite a bit, so that's what we're going to do. We'll see if there's any deals on older phones that maybe we can get close to free or a few $100s. And we're also changing our cell phones here really soon from T-Mobile to AT&T, because from what we understand from our neighbors, AT&T is the best in the area here as far as being able to have the best service as far as signal, and that's what we need. And my husband needs that out in where he works, so we want to switch all that over and get my son a new phone. Christmas fund, I still fund it every month, $50, regardless of how much we spend out of it. Whether it's building up for this Christmas or I've spent it all and I'm building up for next Christmas, it's a constant thing every month. And so I just pay $50 every month into the account. So I just put $50 into the account every month, and that seems to be the most painless way to do this. So I like that. Vacation funds. So I have two types of vacation funds. One is in my money market account, where we get more interest than you do in this one. You'll see that in a minute. And then this account where this vacation fund, these are like overnight trips or activities in the area, entertainment or whatever. So this is pretty low. If you're doing a true vacation, a big vacation, I put that in the money market. So I have money put aside or earmarked in that account, and yeah, we're good. Business license, I'm not sure why I'm still funding this. I might go ahead and fund it this month. I need to call Virginia, and I'm not using my license for my business anymore. I closed my business and then I've moved. So I haven't done that. I got so swept up in everything that we were doing and getting moved and here that I completely forgot about it, and it was just not on the radar. So I just let that slide. So I need to get in touch with them on that. Canva, I do $10. It's $120 a year. So annually. And I think this was something where I saved a couple bucks doing that. And so $10 a month. There you go. Xander ID, it's identity theft. It was highly recommended. So I went ahead and got that for me and my husband. My son was on it, but he aged out. So I think I might do a couple annual ones for both my sons. So that is something I need to look into. But for me and my husband, oh, geez, I just rewrote the number. I put $12 a month in here. And once a year, $145 comes out. And then, which this one's probably due, since I know it's $145, I think, $12. There we go. And I'm using a Frixon erasable pen. I don't know how well you can see that. It's, and I keep a rubber band because this clicker rattles when I write with it and it aggravates me. But it's just a Frixon, Frixon. I keep the name listing in the description box. So if you're interested, go ahead and look on Amazon, which is where I usually get mine. And I love them for budgeting because I make mistakes all the time. So Epidemic Sound, I just paid it, so I have nothing in the account. And now I got to start for the next year, which is $12. Norton is $5. My husband has Norton on his Hewlett Packard or HP laptop. Is it Hewlett Packard? I don't know. HP. And and he's getting ready to start his last class for his master's degree program. Oh my gosh. We are so excited because he's kind of ready to be done with school. But this is like the last. Like I was saying before, my phone started ringing. I need to turn that ringer off. My husband's finishing his last class to his master's degree program, and he's really excited to be done and get his degree and kind of move on from there. So, but that's why he has a laptop that he uses for school because, he doesn't like Apple products for some reason. New on the Apple products. So he has an Android phone and he has a PC laptop. So there you go. CYK Landfill, that's just our trash company. I put $44 a month. I think that's the average, and I think it's paid quarterly. So I'm putting it in my sinking funds, and when the bill comes, I can just pull it and put it into my checking account, and it covers the bill. And we're good. And if that's not enough, I'm pretty sure I would have enough in the budget to cover it. Dividends this month. Let's see. Before I put dividends in, I want to go ahead. Well, no, I'll go ahead and read dividends in. It was only 60 cents. Just a few pennies. That's all. 060. So when I total these, though, what I'm totaling is this part right here. And leaving the 60 cents off, that is what the bank gave us. But the total I get without the 60 cents is the money that I'm actually going to deposit into this account. And I'm going to go ahead and calculate that really quick, and I will be right back. All right, so this month I am going to make a deposit of $461.54. That is the total deposit for the sinking funds out of our checking account, just to put it aside until it's ready to be transferred back and pay for whatever bill. I like keeping it in here, and then what's really cool is if I do put things on my credit card, I can just pay my credit card from the savings account. So it's just a good, secure way of just putting that protective hedge around the money you don't want to spend so that you can take care of future needs. And that's the best part about sinking funds. Some people call it, what do they call it? Oh gosh, what do they call it? Intention funds, or I can't remember. There's so many names for it, but this is one of the most common names for it, sinking funds. Now I'm going to add the 60 cents. So the total column here is going to have $462.14. There you go. That is what is going to be deposited total in the savings account for the month of November. This will happen on Paycheck 3, and 60 cents has already been deposited because the bank does that, and I will do the rest. And as the month happens, I will deduct anything that happens up here. So, and next month I will show you the ending balances and what I spent in the month of November. Like I said, I do know there's some subscriptions coming out and things like that, so it'll be taken care of, and you will get to learn about that then. So now, if you're done with sinking funds and are ready to move on from sinking funds, and you only wanted the sinking funds video, go ahead and pop off now. But if you want to hear a little more, I will tell you my money moves from today, and being that it's the 1st of November and everything that came in. So let's get started. Okay, so here's my November layout. The only 2 things, or actually 5 things I checked off today. I checked off tithing. Right now, we don't have a committed church that we're going to. We did go to church on Sunday and tried out one down the street, and I just noticed I got an email from them. I gave them my email address so that they can contact me, and yeah, that's really cool. I can't wait to get into that. So hopefully this is the church that God's leading us to. We'll see. If not, for right now, it's all going into savings and tithing, and when He leads us to either church or an opportunity of tithing, then that's what we'll do that then. And that's something my husband and I do together, so as a married couple. So this morning on my credit card, I saw a charge for Spectrum, and so that bill is paid on my credit card now. I just got to pay the credit card, and I pay my credit card every Thursday. So on Thursdays, I do my weekly check-in, or I close out my weekly check-in, and I pay whatever spending that we did and whatever bills that came through on the credit card, and I pay those as well. So that will be paid, but I've already transferred this money. All this income came in: my husband's military retirement, VA disability, my son's rent. I transferred that over. That is really kind of crucial. I don't know how much you know about SSI, which is supplemental security income, and things like that. But my son, with his autism, and he's on SSI, he gets the max amount. You would have to add these numbers together, but of the max amount that he can get, I take over $711 as his rent. That covers his medical, that covers utilities, and the household stuff, him living here, and as if he was living out on his own, but it's here. And he's paying that, and then he keeps $130 for himself for incidentals of recreation, clothing, if he wants to go out to lunch, things like that, and he wants to pay for things on his own, he gets $130 a month. Normally, he saves his money most of the year, and he either buys a video game every once in a while, he'll buy lunch every once in a while, or he's saving it all for GalaxyCon. If you've been on my channel a little while, especially over the summer, we love GalaxyCon, me and my son, and we go every year. So he likes to meet the old wrestlers and get autographs. We meet a couple big name stars. He's got a lot of voice actors he likes to see. And so yeah, we've had a lot of fun this summer. I might try to link in the cards a video on a flip through of a planner of people we saw and things like that this summer. So that's kind of cool. So that's that. You saw the sinking funds page. Let's see. What do I need to do? Oops, no, paycheck one. I mark it over here. Okay, something new I did not put in my other video. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit on this. So I decided this month, whatever was left over in the month of October, that was going to go into savings. So what I balanced forward from the previous month, because I already know by doing my monthly budget here on this side, that I have enough income coming in for the month to cover all the expenses that are going out that I plan on. So with that being said, and this $339.32 that happened, that was left over from the previous month, I wanted to go ahead and put that into savings. So I'm going to do that the first of the next month. So that's one money move I definitely made, other than the bills that were paid, came on the credit card. Money market account is where I put it. That's what MMM stands for. And I put it towards the emergency fund. So I have a new tracker for my emergency fund. I'm excited about this little tracker. It's really cute. It's a mason jar. I used to sell these in Etsy as downloadable printables. So I took some two-sided adhesive, not two-sided, what do they call it? It's this. I took this. It's a removable adhesive. That's what I was trying to say. And I tabbed it on here so I can pull this off if I really wanted to, if I can get my hand under it and just lift it up and then put it back down. So it's a removable, repositionable, kind of like some of the stickers that we have. So I just took some old washi that I had and put that down at the top and bottom. And then I made a mason jar, and I've already contributed that $393.32. I made I don't know, you can't even see that, a note on here. So I needed $160.54 to shade in this first one, but now that I have that amount, I can definitely shade in that first one right now, but I don't have my colored pencils. But I'll be shading that in. I haven't decided what color pencils I want. Since the move, I can't find hardly anything. But this one's already taken care of, and now I can take this number. Let's see. 93.32 minus the 60.54. And that means I am $232.78 into this one, and didn't mean to hit those buttons. And so I won't color in partials. Once it's complete, then I'll color in full. But I just thought that this tracker would be really, really great to have, and I could take it from month, I'll put it in the back of my planner, so when I transition for this one to my next one, I can move this into the new one. I just think it's really awesome that I can do this. Now, the reason I'm doing this emergency fund is I'm at 8.5 months, not quite 9 months of savings. I have 8 months of savings, let's say. And this will get me what I need next to build it up to 9 months. My goal is to have a year. Now, the only reason we have enough money in the account to be past 6 months, 3 to 6 months, to go way past that, is because we sold our house. So we had something big happen, and we just made sure we protected that part of the money that came in as part of our emergency fund. We did spend some of it to do things with the house, like buy carpet and washer and dryer, dishwasher. What else have we bought? We're buying a fridge, so that's coming up, and things like that. So we have stuff that has happened, and I want to make sure I keep funding the emergency fund. So this is a fun way of doing it, and having something to color in is always fun. So I want to fill this goal, and I'm excited to do that. Let's see. Let's go back to, oops, that was December. Not ready for December. I already have my stickers down, but I'm not ready to go there. So I've already shown this. Let's see, what else is there to show? Oh, I started my spending already for the month, tracking that. This is part of my weekly check-in. I did spend on the 31st. If you, I don't know if I put a video up showing my close. I don't think I did my closeout. So, because I wasn't doing weekly check-ins in November until this month in November. So a lot of times if it's in the morning and I plan to spend that day, but I want to go ahead and get my budget ready, and I know the pending deposits are about to happen like on the first of the month, sometimes I count what I spend on that day in the next month. And that's what happened here. Though I do try in these empty boxes, mark what I did so that I know it happened on October 31st, but not necessarily part of October's budget. It is part of November's budget. So that is what I have here. So I already have some unbudgeted things that we spend, and something my husband bought, and then some grocery items and Amazon purchase. This is miscellaneous. This is groceries, and this is unbudgeted. And here's my key over here. I just used this little note section to show that. And I can zoom in, you can see that a lot better. So there you go. So there's that. And this is how I will track the spending, is each day I put anything I spend goes right here. I don't do goals for no spend. I kind of wish I could. Today I'm making a goal for no spend, November 1st, or for the rest of this day, I should say. These were charges that happened in the past and they just hit the account today. So I have to count it, but I haven't gone anywhere or done anything. So it was kind of a no spend. I can't guarantee tomorrow. I don't know. I'll take it one day at a time. And then over here is the key, and it's grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline, and unbudgeted. And then over here I have pharmacy and copay. So that's our medical. We're new to civilian world, so we're not used to copays or anything like that, but some of our medications are on that. So there you go, because we're not near a military treatment facility. So, and then I have my spending tracker. So it starts here, same transactions you saw on the other page happen here. And like I said, Spectrum, which was the credit card charge for one of my bills. I have to list it here to make sure. Now I do this. If I wasn't putting everything on the credit card and I was just using my debit card and using my checking account, this wouldn't be necessary. So that's one option. But I do put everything on my credit card and use that first, and then I pay it weekly. A couple reasons. First reason is keep activity moving and going forward. It seems to keep our credit score in a higher ranking by putting some stuff on it and paying it off. And paying it off weekly is what I tend to do. And having a zero or a paid off credit card actually didn't lower. I don't leave $1,000 on my credit card. I don't leave, that debt, mainly because the mortgage is enough of a debt that I don't need to. So I just pay it off. And then having the oldest credit that we've ever had continually, move definitely makes a big difference. That is my spending tracker so far. I've got several pages already set up, so hopefully I can take care of all of that. But that is what I've done. Those are the money moves. I haven't paid this. I will be paying this on Thursday when I do my weekly check-in. So whatever happened in the first 3 days plus the 1 day in October is what we're going to do on the weekly check-in. I will film it on Thursday. I will hope to get it up that weekend. And I also have a Paycheck to Paycheck video coming up too. So those are the videos coming up. Hopefully I can get it all done. We'll see. So they may be delayed a couple days so I can get the processing, editing, and uploading and stuff taken care of. Editing is fine. I have a super fast computer now, but this upload speeds are very slow. So that is kind of slowing me down a little bit. And that is the rest of the budget. That is the money moves I made into savings accounts and things that happen. I just, was taking care of the budget, and when you have a lot of things happen all in one day, it's good to tackle it that day. So as you're going along, it's easier to work your budget and you don't have as many issues. Though I still run into trouble balancing things out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.